Okay, in this video we're going to begin taking a look at the Website Custom Settings tab found in the Website Builder section. But first I want to take a look at the website that we'll be making the changes to. Now this is the normal example site that we've been using throughout the videos. The only difference you may notice is the products are now showing on the front page rather than the 3 supporting content posts that were there previously. So before we actually begin, I want to show you how I did this really quickly. We're going to go ahead and go to the Website Builder section. Now if we go to the Website Page and Post tab, as you may recall, we want to select the website. As you may recall from the previous videos, we mentioned that the product posts are actually submitted as posts. So when you want to do some editing or actually control your products, you'll want to come to the Post section. That's where you'll find them. So we'll click on Post. And you'll see we have this column that says Use in Home Page. So by simply check marking any of the posts that are in here, we can have them displayed on our home page. And also you'll notice the post at the very bottom, I have this selected as Make Home Page. So this post is the actual content that's found on the home page. So I've selected that. You'd also want to make sure you uncheck mark this section here just so it doesn't display twice. If it's displayed over here, it's going to show as a post as well. In the feature product section or the feature post section. So we'll just check mark this as our homepage content, and I've selected these to display as the feature products. And then once you're done, you just simply click submit, and then your site will look like this. Your feature products will show on the bottom, and your content post will show as the contents found on the home page. So now back to the site. So since we're in the Website Builder section, we can go ahead and, if you notice at the top, there's a Website Custom Settings tab. Go ahead and click on that. You want to select the website we're going to make the changes to. Click Submit. Okay, now you'll see we have a row of tabs here. The General Settings tab, the Ad Management tab, Banner Settings, SEO Settings. We have a Footer widget, Amazon settings, and email form. So some of these are a little bit elaborate, so we've broken the videos down to kind of make it a little bit easier on you. So in this video we're going to cover the general settings section. So you'll notice we have different sections here on the side on the left menu that we can select through. So each one of these have some changes that we can make to our site. Some are basic general settings that we should be making, and others are not really necessary, and if you don't feel like making any changes, you really don't have to. So we'll notice at the top we're in the logo and icon section. So our first option is we can enable text logo. So if we go to the site, you'll notice we have an image logo here right now. So if we wanted that to be text, we just simply enable that, and the site title that we enter down here will be used as that. So let's go ahead and we'll save that and make those changes. I'll show you what they look like. So you see our title, site title, Organic Jerky, would show as a text, so you can actually see that this is text and not an actual image. So let's go back to the software. We can also control the size of the text, the font of the text, the color, and we have a site description section. So you want to come in here and write your site description, and we can control that as well. We can control the logo height. We can add padding to the top, bottom, left, or right. And if we decide to use an image, we have the option to add a logo image or delete the image as well. So let's go ahead and we'll go back up here and enable or disable the text logo, and that'll put our image logo back up. Also, if you have a favicon image, you can use that here. So basically that's just a rendition of your logo. If you don't have a favicon, you can use anything similar or something you create in the HD image editor as well, representing your niche or your company or your website, and you can add it here as an image, and it'll show as a favicon, which gets displayed as bookmarks. If people bookmark your site, that usually shows up in their bookmarks as well as in the display tab of the search bar. So let's go ahead and move on to the next section. So if you made your changes, you want to also remember to click the Save button once finished. And at any time, if you'd like to view your website, we also have this convenient View Website button here at the top. You just simply click that, and it's going to go ahead and open your website that you're working on. So again, let's go to the Theme Settings section. You'll notice we have at the top, we have home page style. So we have two options here. We can select the store style, which is what it's set at now, or we can select the blog style. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what the blog style looks like. We'll save the changes. And you'll notice this is the way it looks now. If we refresh the page, you'll notice our products display completely different. They look exactly like blog posts rather than product posts. So now we'll go back to the site. I want to set that back to the storefront. We also have the option to set the content. So if we want full content to be shown rather than what you see here, as in the limited content, we can control the content that shows here. We can have full content or the amount of characters we choose. And we can hide or show the image. We can show a background. We can actually add a background image to the site. So that's going to change the entire look of our site. Again, this is stuff you'll want to mess around with and find what best suits your look and style that you're looking for. So if you select to add a background, you can actually control that down here. You can select for it to repeat. You can also add color using a color picker if you'd rather use that than an image. Many options here. A lot of it, just like I say, you have to really play around with it, and you can view the changes to your site. Just simply refresh the site, and if you don't like it, change it back. If you find that it's really something that you're not interested in changing, just leave it as default and it'll work fine. We also have the option to enable breadcrumbs, and we also have the option to show and hide the sidebar. So now if we go back up to the top of the page here again, we'll go to the single post settings. Again, I should save my settings back to the storefront. Go to the single post settings section. So back at the top, you'll want to click on the single post settings on the side. Now in here we can make the actual changes to the product post page. So the text where it says add to cart, we can edit that. We can choose to enable comments on posts. We can show related products. We can change all the text that's related to the related products. We can choose to have store style or the blog style, full content, short content. A lot of this is great the way the default settings are, but if you'd like to change your site up or maybe make some custom changes that you're a little more familiar with, then you can by all means come in here and do so. We can select the custom related posts to display. So if related products are enabled, it'll also show the 3 related products at the bottom of a product post. We have our custom categories enabled to show. We can select to rename that section from category to whatever we choose. We have our reviewer. We also have our text down here for product ID, our rating, and listed price and price. So we can edit all that text if we choose so. And that's simply click change once we've made those changes. Now back at the top, we look at the front page settings section. Here we can show and hide featured product title, so we can enable that or disable that. We can also decide to have the title of the featured product, so we can rename that section from featured product to featured post or content or whatever you decide to put there. I'm just going to leave that as default. And we can also choose to show or hide the search box. So we have a search box at the top of the site where people can search to find products on your site, so we can enable that or disable that as well. And we're going to go to the image zoom settings. So in this section we can select the different type of zooms. We have a few different options in here. We can also select the size. Then we have our common settings section where we can edit the text in the buy now button. So right now it says add to cart as default, but we can edit that if we wish. We also have the view details button. We can edit that as well. We can enable and disable the discount text. We can also edit that. Now in the sidebar, you notice we have the content about this topic. We can edit it here. So if we have that something that we want to change that to, we can just add it in these sections and save our changes. And we go to the reading settings. And here you'll notice you have your latest post shown. So basically we leave this as default because we're using the silo in the website. But if you're using your own WordPress and maybe you're familiar with WordPress, you'll know what these settings are. So you can come in and set it as a static page if you'd like. But again, if you're using the silo, I just leave these as default because they're not really used as the silo is dynamically set up with the software. So we also have the options to set the blog pages to show at most. So if we had over 10 posts then it'll only show the most recent 10. We can increase that if we wish. We also set the syndication feeds to show the most recent. And we can also set for each article in the feed to show as a full text or in summary form. And if we made any changes, we want to click the Save button. Go to the Menu Settings tab, and we have the option to show or hide our main menu. So we can hide the main menu, and I'll save that, and I'll show you what that does on the website. Refresh the page, and you'll see that it'll hide the main menu, and navigation will be done through the side menu. So let's go back to the website. Set to show. We also have the option to select to have our menu show as the drop-down menu or the inline menu. And I'll click Save. And refresh the page. And there's our menu back. Okay, so that's basically the general settings section. So you want to come in here and definitely come in and enter your settings for your theme settings, as well as your logo and icon. But a lot of the other ones are good at default, but if you do find something you'd like to change, just simply come in and save your settings. And if you find you made an error, just come back, change it back, and save it again, and you should be good to go. So if you have any questions or would just like to contact us, we have our help desk. We're here 24/7. And in the next video, we'll be discussing the ad management section and moving down through the website custom settings. Thanks.